Dean here on Dean's Adventure on Timber Mountain. When I last left you, I had constructed my own outdoor wood boiler, and yes, I did have a few hiccups but was able to correct most of them. I also left you with a pic at the end of that video of my Infloor heating system, and in controls, well, it is not quite that simple. Planning of the system starts way before the ground is broken and work begins. I had to pre-order the control board and all the piping and fittings in advance. The supplier also sent me a schematic of the piping layout, and now the work begins. Before the cement arrived, I had to put down a 6mm vapor barrier, a 2-inch polystyrene board and 6mm screen mesh 6x6, to which was attached the coiled oxygenated PEX tubing with tie wraps, and ran all the lines to the main area, being the garage, or in this case the mechanical room. The PEX lines, being of 1/2 inch, could not exceed a length of 100 feet as per manufacturer's recommendations. I also had to run the 1 1/4 PEX tubing to and from the boiler for a later connection. I must add that the control board and the boiler are connected through a heat exchanger. The control board is what is called a closed-loop system, which means it creates pressure and must be bled at time of startup, and the boiler side is an open-loop system, which means that, at startup, you just fill to capacity and it circulates. I opted for a full water system because of the cost. My system would have required close to 300 gallons of glycol, which would have been costly, being that the life expectancy of glycol is 5 years. I have 3 zones in my system. 1 is the main zone, which is the main hall. Number 2 zone is the garage/mechanical room and kitchen, mudroom area. And lastly, the master bathroom, master bedroom, and guest bedroom.
So what I'm trying to do here is purge all the air in the system here. So what they suggest is that you purge your block here. So what we do, we open up the inlet or hot water until the actual flow valve opens up, and then we open up the return line, which, if you look a little closer here, by opening up the return valve, first it's going to bubble and everything. So the way you want to know, if you keep it in the water, you know if there's any air left in the system. So you do that until you've purged all the air. Once you've purged the air, then you turn off your return line, and the flow valve will stay on the up position like it is here. So that's how you do it.
So now that we have heat, water, and the almighty sewer system, we start moving to the inside, and the first on the agenda is the mudroom/kitchen area. I am planning to move into the home in a couple of weeks, so things are moving along. I have all I need to finish those 2 areas. I did enjoy the temporary accommodations, which I built in addition to, but it is time to move along. Camping life in -20 or as low as -30 is not comfortable. Stay tuned to the updates on the build, and I hope that you have learned something new. A small teaser.